Hey, what's up guys? Today, I'll show you a science fiction action film, Infinite. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. One night in the city center, a man named Treadway is driving a red sports car and escaping the police. It seems that he has stolen something, which gets him in trouble. His leg is injured, so he treats the wound with a lighter while driving. He fights against the enemy along the way, even takes down the helicopter that is attacking him. He gets rid of some chasing police in a tunnel. Meanwhile, Treadway's two teammates are in another back car, also chased by police. It turns out they are from the same organization. Treadway later reaches a bridge, only to find that the bridge is blocked, but there is no way going back since the police are coming after him. So he drives off the bridge and jumps from the car onto a crane with a rope. Right behind, the car falls and explodes, but lucky enough, he and the suitcase are intact. However, his friends are not so lucky. Their car is knocked over and they pass out. When they wake up, they find a man in a suit pointing a gun at them. They hold hands and promise to find each other in their next life. Then, they are shot by the man, and the car explodes. Treadway witnesses everything from above. The next second, he wakes up in his bed. It is just a dream, and he is called Evan in this life. But everything feels so real to him. He has been having dreams like that, which makes him believe he has suffered some mental illnesses. He needs to take medicine every day. To meet the end, he applies for a manager position. The interview goes pretty well, until the interviewer finds out that he was once institutionalized. He doesn't get the job obviously, but he needs money for the medicine. So he forges a katana for a gangster for exchange. He never has the experience as a bladesmith, but he is quite good at it. He gives the katana to the gangster, but the payment he receives is less than agreed. Before he can argue for more, he is threatened with a gun. The gangster boss suddenly waves the katana at the girl sitting on the sofa. He wants to test how fast the katana is with the girl's arm. Seeing this, Evan wrests the katana and holds the boss hostage. When he leaves, he takes the medicine with him. In the end, he gets away with it. Just when he climbs over the wall, a familiar scene appears before him. It was on a cliff covered by snow, and he was hanging on it with a girl. Confused and distracted, Evan falls off the wall and hits a car badly. At the same time, it seems that Eva is being watched by some mysterious organization. An old man who looks like a scientist checks the detector and says soon Evan will be found. Evan is later arrested for carrying illegal drugs. He is taken back to the police station and suffers the interrogation from a bald guy named Angry Mustache, whose angry hair is attached to his face. Angry Mustache recounts what Evan has done since he was a boy. He even knows Evan was institutionalized when he was little. It seems he knows everything about his life. Later, Angry Mustache brings lots of stuff from a bag. He places them in front of Evan and asks him which one belongs to him. Evan has no impression of these things except for the katana. Then, Angry Mustache threatens him that every time he says "I don't know," he will pull the trigger. Finally, a slingshot reminds Evan of some memories of his past life. Evan grabs the gun on the table when Angry Mustache doesn't pay attention, but there is no bullet in the gun. Instead of being angry, Angry Mustache is quite happy to see that. That's what the real Evan he used to know would do. While he is speaking, a car slams into the room. A girl called Nora comes out of the car and rescues Evan. She is the girl in the black car at the beginning, but got killed by the gunman. Nora and Evan get on the car and race out of the building. Angry Mustache comes after them. The car Evan is in is equipped with high technologies. Even the steering wheel is retractable. Because of that, they get rid of Angry Mustache successfully and arrive at a warehouse where park some airplanes. Evan doesn't know the girl yet, but the girl knows him pretty much and tells him that he has a superpower of reincarnation and that all his recurring dreams are real. In order to prove she's not lying, they get on a plane. Meanwhile, Angry Mustache is conducting a strange ritual. He gets his face covered with a cloth while the water keeps pouring onto it, trying to irritate his mustache for more power. A blonde girl thinks that they should hunt them immediately before it's too late. On the plane, Nora tells Evan that the reason he keeps having such dreams is because he's gifted with a special power. There are less than 500 people across the world who has the same power. They believe it's their responsibility to make the world better. Not long after, they arrive at the hub, where Evan can retrieve his memories of past lives. On the way to his office where he worked in the past life, he sees many people practicing martial arts. When he looks at a picture, he recalls something on the snow mountain. Later, they follow the head of research to a sandbox, where they see Angry Mustache in an armor. It turns out Angry Mustache and Evan were friends, but Angry Mustache lost his faith and considers reincarnation a curse, so he decides to end this. Angry Mustache set up a research center in New York and develops a magic egg, a powerful weapon that can exterminate all life on Earth. It's revealed that Evan is Treadway's reincarnation. It's shown previously that he stole the egg in his past life and stopped the evil plan. When he got the egg, he took it with him to the grave. As a result, its location remains unknown to anybody, including Evan himself. Meanwhile, Angry Mustache and the blonde girl find the scientist who mentioned Evan before. They want to torture him for Evan's location, but the scientist would not tell him anything. In a rage, Angry Mustache shoots the scientist. Evan stays in the hub to retrieve his memory through all sorts of focus training. He even recreates all the fighting scenes of all his lives before reincarnation to see if it can help him recall anything, but to no avail. The researcher thinks that it's because there's something inside his head that stops the flow of memory, resulting in the failure to regain his memory. The only way is to seek help from the artisan. Soon, Angry Mustache finds the hub and sneaks into it in one morning. Angry Mustache ambushes the hub and arrests the researcher. Luckily, Evan and Nora have left for the casino to look for the artisan, who's doing experiments on the corpse. The artisan is a nice guy and agrees to help Evan. However, what they don't know is that Angry Mustache has installed devices to monitor how Evan gets his memory back. Evan enters a device filled with water, as required by the artisan. In a few minutes, his recent memory reappears, but it's not continuous, and it's not what they want. So they prolong the experiment time. They don't expect when they get Evan out, he has no pulse. Just when they are feeling sorry for him, he comes back to life with all the memories. He remembers where he hid the egg. It was inside his body of previous life. Just when they decide to go back to the hub and find the body, Angry Mustache hears everything and sends killers to stop them. During the fight, Evan is shot and one of his teammates is killed. The big beard decides to stay behind and buy some time for Evan to escape. Somebody has to make the sacrifice while stuck in such an awkward situation. Shortly after, the big beard is overpowered and shaved to death by Angry Mustache. Evan faints due to losing too much blood. Nora plans to stop Angry Mustache by herself, so she asks the artisan to take care of Evan. Meanwhile, Angry Mustache has got Evan's body of previous life and the egg. Everything goes as planned. Nora fights fiercely with Angry Mustache men, but she is outnumbered. Just when she is going to fall into the sea, Evan and the artisan come for the rescue. The artisan attacks the enemy in the helicopter, while Evan and Nora go straight to the headquarters. Unluckily, they are spotted by the blonde girl. Their car gets shot and knocked over. Nora is wounded, so she decides to stay behind to destroy the hard drive. Evan rides a Tesla motorbike to chase Angry Mustache, who's running his angry ass away with the bald egg in a plane. Right then, Evan jumps onto the plane from a cliff and holds onto it with his knife. Suddenly, his power from previous lives awakes. By use of that power, he manages to get into the plane. Just when he is about to destroy the bald egg, he is shot by Angry Mustache and passes out. But soon he is recovered and even pushes the bullet out of his body. The two then fall into a fast and furious fight, resting their muscles and hairs. During the chaos, the plane is severely damaged and a device with the egg inside falls out of the plane. Evan jumps out of the plane to get the egg, but Angry Mustache follows him tightly. Soon after, Evan manages to destroy the egg and finally terminate Angry Mustache. But in the end, he drowns in the sea with the egg. Meanwhile, Nora kills the blonde girl, but she's also badly injured. Before dying, she detonates a bomb and sets all the trapped souls free, including her dead boyfriend. Later, they are both reborn as fat babies. Nora fulfills her promise and meets her reincarnated boyfriend, although in another identity. Years later, Evan grows up to be an Asian martial art trainer. One day after his training, the artisan shows up. Evan says that he's been waiting for him for so long. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your day.